Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for bearing with me. Now, moving on to our next session of the day, the very first presentation session on an amazing topic and absolutely in sync with the overall theme of the event, Nutraceuticals, past, present, and future, from one of the organizations who are a leader in this particular segment in India. And to present this, I would like to call on stage with a big round of applause, Dr. Girish Kumar Gupta, Head Research and Development, Zeon Lifesciences. Congratulations and welcome to the third annual India Food Nutrition Summit, Dr. Gupta. The stage is all yours.
Okay. Everyone, myself Dr. Girish Gupta. I'm working with Zeon Lifesciences as a head R&D. So first of all, I would like to thanks to Synex and management of Zeon Lifesciences to providing me this fantastic opportunity to being part of this particular event. So I will start with the nutraceutical past, present, and future. And before coming into the topic, I would like to emphasize more onto the Zeon, who we are and how we are working, and how is our presence into India as well as global market. And subsequently, I'll take you through the topic which is a part of my discussion today. And last of my presentation, I'll be going to take you through how Zeon is participating to take up nutraceutical for present and future perspective. So it's an aerial view of our facility, which is based out of Paonta Sahib, Himachal Pradesh. And we have a 3 decades of presence into Nutra and manufacturing, Nutra and phytopharmaceutical product manufacturing. We are end-to-end solution provider for the formulation development. We have a very good state-of-art of facility into Paonta Sahib, catering the requirement of all nutraceutical requirement with respect to formulation, with respect to research, and we can call it as a research-driven organization, wherein we are working on to various research-based product which we are providing to our premium client with a proper solution. So we have a dedicated R&D facility which has been accredited by DSIR, and we follow all the regulatory compliance, quality control, and quality management system to cater our requirement with a reputed client. So these are the capabilities we have. We are into nutraceutical products, Ayurvedic products, phytopharmaceuticals, medical nutrition, and of course, we are into value-added ingredient also, which could be a part of our innovation, which will go into a formulation to provide additional benefit into the formulation and require the cater the market requirement. So these are our capabilities. We are doing in a very sufficient amount, working on to tablet, capsules, diskettes, spray-dried and dry blended powders, and oral liquids. Of course, we have added some more feathers into our formulations. We are working on to certain innovative technologies using sublingual spray, which has been recent association with UK-based company for those products, and we are working very meticulously onto development of those products. Now, coming to the point, nutraceutical, past, present, and future. So basically, nutraceutical is not a new term. It has already been known by everybody. Nutraceutical has been derived from nutrition and pharmaceutical. So it's a blend of nutraceutical and pharmaceutical, which gives a health benefit with the uses of a food. So we are going to divide this nutraceutical into dietary supplement and functional food. So these are the key areas which we are going to discuss in further slides. Now, if I'm talking about the consumer healthcare, so there is a battle between consumer goods and pharmaceutical companies. There are many companies, those who are working into the area of nutraceutical. Even in recent development, many pharma companies are being introduced into the nutraceutical product, and they are very meticulously working onto the medical benefit of nutraceutical. This particular nutraceutical is not restricted up to the prevention of health, but particularly this could be going to beneficial with respect to medicinal benefit, some therapeutic indication with scientific rationales. Now, if I'm talking about, there is a clear differentiation between food and pharmaceutical. So food is basically for getting some sort of a wellness and functional food to meet our daily life actually. But like if I'm talking about pharmaceutical is mainly focused on to the therapeutic segment, treatment, but the trend has been shifting towards pharmaceutical to food segment in the form of a medical nutrition, and there are lots of developments going on with various companies in the field of medical nutrition to uses of Nutra as a, for the purpose of medicinals. Nowadays, like our healthy lifestyle is almost 98% of lifestyle diseases has been occurred because of our daily diets. We are not focused on to the diet which could be having a health benefit, rather we are consuming unhealthy diets. That is the basic reason of our lifestyle diseases, and which we need to cater with the form of a nutraceutical to provide a proper benefit to get rid of all those healthy lifestyle diseases. Earlier, the food what we eat was as good as medication, but today the food what we eat as good as slow poisons. So we need to think seriously and work on to the direction like what would be the diet which we are going to consume, which will give a proper benefit to our body. Now I'm talking about the key trends in nutraceutical market early 2010. Like if I'm talking about segmented this nutraceutical prior 2010, then 2010 to 20 and 20 onwards. So there is a proper saturation into global market with respect to nutraceutical, but still Indian market is still into the nascent stage in the year of 2010, and they are struggling to establish nutraceutical product because of certain irregularities. There was no guideline, but somehow the FSSAI has done a fantastic role to streamline the guidelines with respect to food regulations. And India has come up a big powerhouse for the nutraceutical in past 5-10 years. If you see these trends would be into global market, this trends has been increased as per the requirement of changing lifestyle demands, increased awareness, expanded product offering from the global companies. But somehow all those scenario has been changed into India in past 5 years, and hope this could be continued till 5 to 10 years into India also. Now, if I'm talking about the 10 key health nutrition trends 2022 and future. So after a COVID pandemic situation, it has been learned a lot. It has been given a lesson to the whole globe how this nutraceutical has become a popular into the period of pandemic, and it has been turned around the mindset of the people, how to live, how to being a healthy life, and how to consume the food which could be having a benefits to cope up with all those lifestyle diseases. And these are the trends which has been increasing awareness, like plant-based future, plant-based product, botanical product has been come into the picture, which has been working on to with standardization of raw materials, biomarkers, which could be having a proper benefits into the area of, and apart from that, this cognition and sleep. Neurological disorder is a major hiccup after a COVID. So there are lots of companies, those who are working in the area of neurological disorders to cope up with COVID-19 pandemic situation. And there are other areas which could be having a embarked attention of the people in the after post-COVID, like immune health, personalized nutrition, and some area working on to like nutrition, stress-free. Now, coming to the point which has already been discussed into the panel also, there is a trend of the market shift right from 2020 to 2025. So there is a growth into the nutraceutical business, right? Let's say this particular trend has been turned with the 8.5% of CAGR into global market also. And particularly the area has been captured by Asian Pacific is 32%. And this could be a CAGR growth of 10.2% into global market right from 2021 to 26. And this could be continually increasing with the CAGR of 10 to 12%. But if you go to the Indian market is a major focus of the whole globe. It's dependent on the Asian Pacific market, and there is a requirement of nutraceutical which has been increased a lot. And the market would be, the forecasting would be almost if you see the forecasting is for 2007 to 15, which has been given for CAGR of 16%. But the growth has been turned, after 17 to 22, it has been turned with the 21%. And likely this particular percentage would be increased by 39% in another 5 to 10 years into India market. And the particular nutraceutical market has been segmented into two areas like dietary supplements and functional food. And this could be an area which could be of interest for the Indian market, where we need to work seriously. And most of the companies are working on to the area of food fortification, which could be a future of nutraceutical. So, considering all the aspects, if we can take a drivers and restraint into the nutraceutical market, so what are the drivers which play a key role into the growth of nutra market, and what are the areas which could retrench the growth of nutraceutical market? So we need to work and do some brainstorming onto this particular point, where we need to plug where is the gap into the nutraceutical market growth, and we, as a fraternity, we work onto the areas which could support us to growth into the nutra, and we need to work very meticulously on this area. If we take a snapshot of Indian nutraceutical market, which has been segmented with dietary supplement and functional food, so there is a growth rate of 13 to 14% into dietary supplement and 16 to 17% in the area of functional food. If we categorize this functional food, is still an untouched area for the Indian market. We need to work on a lot. If you see, there is a graphical representation where we worked on to iodine salt, 47% as a functional fortification and fortified wheat. These rest of the areas are untouched. Even in our earlier panel discussion, we have discussed about the omega-3, probiotics and other fortification. This could be the area where we need to work very sincerely to improve the nutraceutical market, and there are lots of opportunities with scientific-based data and certain innovations. If we're talking about the future of nutraceutical in next 5 to 10 years, so there would be lots of requirement has been raised with respect to immunity boosting. CBD is a new topic which has been, most of the companies are working and thinking how to take the forward the use of CBD. Of course, this has been recently approved with certain lower concentration to India market, but this particular CBD has been established a lot into global market. And they are using for various therapeutic benefits. And third one is personalized nutrition. There are many companies into global, they are specifically focused on to personalized nutrition with proper tasting. What would be the diet they have to consume for betterment of their life, to cope up with all the lifestyle diseases. So these are the areas which we need to focus into next 5 to 10 years. We are very thankful to FSSAI for providing a stringent guideline for to meet the Indian nutraceutical market requirement. Of course, the journey would be very long, and it has been took a time to establish the FSSAI. And of course, they are very closely associated and in common consensus with all the fraternity of Indian nutraceutical businesses. They come up with certain guideline which has been strengthening, established, and which could give a new way forward for the nutraceutical business to grow into India market. There would be one more challenge. If you're talking about the Indian FSSAI guidelines, of course, it has been established. But if you are talking about a global perspective, still we are struggling to go into global market because they have a different guidelines and harmony. There is a lack of harmony with the different authorities which has been established into global countries. So we need to find out the ways how to get a harmonization so that whole Indian nutraceutical business will get benefited and go into global market. So now the trend has been changed for consumer drives advances in nutraceutical market. If you see, there is a very specific requirement for the US market. They are specifically looking for some innovative product with a proper packaging. If we go to the other countries like Europe, they are a specific requirement with respect to product. They are more believe on to clinical data, scientific data to product to launch into their market. The similar way, Japan is more focused on to packaging. They are looking for an innovative packaging, which could be compliance to patient also. And Indian market is basically, it's a mid-class people, those who have earned a lot. So there are lots of low middle class and upper middle class people has been aware about the nutraceutical. So they are more focused on to taking up these nutraceutical for maintaining their healthy lives. If you see the trend which is going to change in next 5 to 10 years, majorly the e-commerce has been increased a lot with a 12% faster business into the area of nutraceutical. And of course, cannabidiol is a new topic which is going on discussion with various fraternity. They are discussing about the use of cannabidiol. Of course, this particular product has been established into US and Canada market, but still there are lots of opportunity into India to take up this product to launch into India market with various innovations, various SKUs, and personalization. Consumers are increasingly empowered to make personalized choices. 95% of Americans have taken DNA tests for dietary reasons. So these are the areas which we need to understand into India market also and utilize how to take up for the future growth of nutraceutical. And of course, this sports and energy, this area is a booming area into India market also, and wherein we expect from the fraternity to work onto this area onto fortification. These are the niche area which we need to work out very sincerely. Of course, many of the companies are working, but we need to work out in a serious way. Now, Government of India has also created a drive for Indian nutraceutical market. They are providing a lots of opportunities to Indian nutraceutical companies by conducting lots of forums, creating lots of conferences. There is a setup like FSSAI has given a proper consistent guideline and which is functioning since 2011. Over 2011, the nutraceutical market has been picked up India in a lot. And there are lots of opportunity for the startups which has been supported by BIREC, Atal Innovations Incubation Centers. And of course, there is a center which has been established by India government and WHO into Gujarat, which is supporting to work onto the Indian herbs. There are possibility to work onto traditional medicine with a modernization of science. So there is a club which need to be worked out in a meticulously, and we work, government and industry collaborate to each other and make India a nutraceutical powerhouse. Now, coming to the Zeon Lifesciences, of course, we discuss about the nutraceutical past, present, and future, and how Zeon is playing a role to become a futuristic nutraceutical company in a bigger way and to support the fraternity. So we are meticulously working into the area of science, research, and innovation, and we strongly believe into industry-academia collaborations to foster innovation in the field of Nutra and wellness. That's how we have associated with various research organizations of India of repute. We are working on to TOT, and we are taking lots of technology from them, and we are converting all those technology into a product to cater the requirement, futuristic requirement of the market, so that we can come up with some medical solution. Rather, nutraceutical as a preventive health care, we could consider it could be used for the medical benefit. So we are working into the area of medical benefit with the nutraceutical. We have lots of accreditations which could compliance to meet the market requirement, Indian as well as global. And we are keep on increasing our accreditations to going into global markets also. Of course, we believe into joint ventures also. So we have associated with various international and Indian companies also to work on to a product. Some companies have a technology, but they don't have that capability to take up scalability and optimization. So we are supporting them, and we joined the hand with all the companies and working meticulously onto the product which could be going to launch, which has been proven scientifically with all parameters with respect to clinical and preclinical, and we are working onto the area very meticulously. Of course, we called it as a research-driven company for the various manufacturing partners. How we call it as a research-driven company? Because we are very strongly working on to innovations in the field of nutraceutical, and we are working since last 5-10 years with phytopharmaceutical, encapsulation and nanonization of ingredient, which could provide a value-added ingredient. We are working on to medical nutrition, herbal-based product for various therapeutic benefit, which has been scientifically proven and clinically done with various reputed organizations like National Institute of Immunology, CCMB Hyderabad, and many more. Recently, we have associated with a company called Vitonix in UK. So they are having a group of doctors. They are working on to sublingual spray for different therapeutic benefit, and this could be a new area for Indian market. We are very seriously and meticulously working on to sublingual sprays into different therapeutic segment in the area of nutraceutical, and maybe like near future, couple of months, we are going to launch some of the product with some multi-level marketing companies. Thank you. Yeah.
I would request you to please be on stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, keeping the interest in time, we would like to open the house for quick questions. So, anybody having a question, please do raise your hand and please do introduce yourself and your company name, and I'm sure the Honorable Speaker would be more than happy to take the question. So, any questions? All right. So, first of all, I would appreciate Dr. Gupta for a wonderful session. Can we have a big round of applause for him? And I'm sure, as he rightly mentioned in the presentation, and we are all aware, Zeon is a huge player in this particular segment, and what they're doing is really changing the entire nutrition domain and scenario in the F&B industry in India. Now, before I bid adieu to Dr. Gupta after that fantastic session, I would like to call on stage Dr. Neerja Hajela from Yakul Dannon. Ma'am, if you could kindly do the honors of felicitating Dr. Gupta.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gupta, for that fantastic